pag-usapan naman natin yung update tungkol sa travel ban dito sa Japan. Kung kailan ba, meron na bang date kung kailan makakapasok uli ang mga working visa holders, ang mga foreign students, at ang mga business travelers. Alamin natin sa video na to. Hi guys, this is Alan. Welcome back to this channel, Gaijin World. So according sa Nikkei Asia, so ito yung article na lumabas today, February 15, 2022. Members of Japan's ruling party on Monday crafted a resolution urging the government to allow foreign students to enter again, warning that the country will be left out of the global race to secure talent. The document, drawn up by the Liberal Democratic Party's Education Division, calls for easing border controls imposed in response to the Omicron variant of the coronavirus. It will be submitted Tuesday to the Prime Minister's office and Education Minister Shinsuke Suematsu. Nikkei reported Friday that the government plans to start letting in some students and business travelers this month before the curbs expire March 1. Ayan guys, so pinag-iisipan pa ng government or nai-report nga ito ng Nikkei nung Friday na pinaplano nga ng government na magpapasok na bago pa mag-expire yung kanilang dineclare na plano na nilang magpapasok dito bago pa mag-March 1. The LDP resolution envisions a reopening in March or later. Prime Minister Fumio Kishida said Saturday that the government would weigh loosening the entry restriction and elaborated on the opening plan at a meeting of top party officials on Monday. Kishida will consider the matter based on the scientific knowledge we have gained about the Omicron variant, relative case trends within and outside Japan, progress on vaccination, and border controls abroad, according to Secretary General Toshimitsu Motegi, who already relayed his comments during a news conference. We hope the government will take flexible measures that balance preventing the spread of the infection with social and economic activity, Motegi himself told the meeting. Japan's stringent border controls have kept foreign students and workers out for nearly 2 years. Tokyo was starting to ease the policy last year when the Omicron variant emerged, forcing the government reverse the easing. Japan then began allowing in a handful of government-sponsored foreign students in January, focusing on those who needed to study here to graduate or whose scholarships are in danger of expiring. But privately funded students have been largely out of luck. The Education Ministry estimates that 147,000 foreign students have been stuck outside the country due to the ban. The resolution argues that foreign students are starting to view Japan as no longer a potential study destination, which means losing out on graduates who could have gone on to work at Japanese companies to the country's detriment. Prominent figures in the ruling coalition have voiced concern about the doors remaining closed to foreign students. Exchange students can't come to Japan. There's talk about ending exchange programs, former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe said in a faction meeting last week. A number of major universities, including University of California, said they would not send students for the upcoming semester. At sa ibang balita naman, pero related pa din sa immigration dito sa Japan, ayan, so tingnan nyo yung headline guys. Cruel Japan, closed borders ignite furor from those shut out. Curious nga ba yung word na yun? Kasi nga yung mga international students, business leaders, and diplomats urged Tokyo to open up. Kenji Kanasugi, the Japanese ambassador to Indonesia, posted photos on Instagram of him eating lunch together with students at a local university dining hall. Soon after, the country's Insta-famous diplomat uploaded the image on January 22, an anonymous user fired off an angry reply in Japanese. Enough with the one-sided entry restrictions. The Japanese government has maintained strict limits on entries by foreign arrivals for roughly 2 consecutive years as a response to the coronavirus pandemic, a strategy that helped keep the country's infection numbers relatively low. But for those who have been waiting for Japan to open, the restrictions have held them back from advancing their goals in business and education. Now, they are airing their frustrations online and elsewhere. Social media sites have become a venue for online protests against the sealed borders, with hashtags such as Japan entry ban trending among other rallying cries. The words are incorporated in a sign Indonesian college student Halima posted on Twitter January 28. Let us pursue our dream, a cartoon figure of Halima says in the sign. Halima, aspiring tour guide, planned to study abroad in Kobe, but the closed border have kept her waiting in Indonesia for approximately a year. That same day, a Lithuanian student protested in front of the Japanese embassy in the Baltic state. He said the paid to study in Japan but is forced to take online lessons very late at night, maintaining a schedule that has taken a toll on his body. Halima, an Indonesian student and an aspiring tour guide, has been waiting for nearly a year to study abroad in Kobe. Jade Barry, based in Chicago, US, helped launch the online group Stop Japan's Ban last month. Members have organized protests in front of Japanese consulates. Almost every country now has somebody on the ground working toward the reopening of Japan's border, Barry said. There are over 370,000 people unable to enter Japan despite holding residency status, Nikkei reported in October. The contingent includes international students, technical trainees, and foreign nationals related to residents in Japan. One Indonesian woman who worked for a Japanese company in Tokyo lost her father last summer. She ultimately decided against going home to attend his funeral because she was warned that she could potentially be refused re-entry, losing her job in the process. I never imagined that the situation would affect me so gravely, she said. People outside of Japan strongly questions its port of entry policies because they feel the rule are illogical. In November, Prime Minister Fumio Kishida decided suspended new entries of foreigners and indicated that the measure will stay in place until the end of the month. But other countries are relaxing border restrictions despite the latest coronavirus surge fueled by the spread of the Omicron variant. This would indicate Japan's policies go against the diplomatic principle of reciprocity. Of particular concern is the growing disillusionment with Japan among non-residents whose future plans and quality of life have been disrupted by the country's anomalous border restrictions. Japan is going to ruin the life and future of hundreds of thousands of international students staying in their homes hoping to go to Japan to resume their studies, said one poster on Twitter. Another tweeted, "From cool Japan to cruel Japan." Christopher Lafleur, an advisor to the American Chamber of Commerce in Japan, urged the government to relax entry restrictions during a virtual appearance at gathering hosted by the Foreign Correspondents Club of Japan in Tokyo on Wednesday. Quite frankly, the current travel restrictions on non-residents can only create doubt about Japan as a reliable long-term partner for foreign business, said Lafleur. A growing number of diplomatic missions around the world is moving to petition Japan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs for improved measures. Even since the government toughened entry rules, there has been a trend in some Southeast Asian countries to study abroad in South Korea, according to a source with knowledge on the matter. South Korea does not impose entry restriction to the same degree as Japan. International students, workers, and technical trainees are those who have come to support Japan as the country faces a declining population. Japan is not the only choice for work or schooling among foreigners, said Yusron Eza Mahendra, a former Indonesian ambassador to Japan. I understand the need for the port of entry policies, but too tough of a response would lead to a loss of global competitiveness. A staffer at a Japanese embassy in Europe who urged the foreign ministry to change course sees political motivations behind its approach. No matter what we say, it won't change, the staffer said. With upper house elections coming in the summer, some expect Kishida's administration to maintain the stringent border controls for now to keep up its approval rating. In seeking a temporary boost in the polls, it may do more lasting harm to Japan's international image. Additional reporting by Ishmi Damayan. So ayan guys, galing sa Nikkei Asia, isa sa pinaka-reliable source ng balita dito sa Japan. So malinaw na sinabi dito na pinaplano pa lang ng government ng Japan na magpapasok ng mga foreign students bago mag-end ang February. Okay, bago yung magsimula ng March. Okay? So abangan natin yung iba pang mga details nito at unti-unti rin naman silang nagre-release ng mga information kung kailan nga magiging open na ang Japan para din sa ibang mga working visa holders, business travelers, and ito nga, inuuna muna siguro nila na magpapasok nung mga foreign students na sobrang tagal na, 2 years na silang naghihintay na makapasok dito sa Japan. So ayan guys, I hope nagustuhan nyo tong video na to. Kung nagustuhan niyo, please like this video and mag-comment na rin kayo. I-share nyo na rin to sa mga naghahantay ng balita sa muling pagbubukas ng Japan. And huwag nyong kalimutang mag-subscribe sa aming channel at i-hit nyo yung notification bell para lagi kayong updated sa aming mga susunod pang ibabalitang news related sa travel ban dito sa Japan. And meron kaming mga iba't ibang playlist. Check nyo yung aming YouTube homepage, puntahan nyo yung playlist, and meron kaming mga playlist dyan na makakatulong sa inyong pamumuhay dito sa Japan or yung pagpunta dito as student or working visa holder or maging pagtatrabaho dito sa Japan. Ayan. So, thank you so much again for watching. This is Alan and I will see you on our next video. Thank you so much and check nyo yung mga lalabas na video dito. Bye! Bye!